Here we go, Monday. I'm Coach Skip at WildFire CrossFit, and I have got your workout for today, and it's gonna be a good one. So we're gonna start with a warm-up. We got 2 rounds for time. You're gonna do a 100-meter run. If you don't know your distance, go about 20 seconds out and back again, or go about 30 to 40 seconds of just running in place. Get that heart rate up. Make sure you're moving your arms and legs together. Don't just go flat shoulder here. Keep it moving. After that run, you're gonna go into 10 good mornings. So really get that good hamstring stretch. You can just do it without any object, where you're just hinging at the hip, soft bend in the knee, keep those shoulders back so you feel that good hamstring pull. Or you can even use a PVC or a towel to do that same thing. That's gonna really help you pull your shoulders back and get a little bit deeper stretch in those hamstrings. After that, we're gonna get into 10 hollow-ups. On the hollow-up, you're flat on your back, arms overhead, and you're just gonna curl that body into a banana shape, staying in that lower back, and right back down. This is a nice slow movement, but you're keeping your lower back on the ground the entire time for these hollow-ups. After that, we're gonna go 10 Superman. So you're gonna flip over onto your stomach, and you're going to just bring the chest and shoulders off the chest and thighs off the ground, and then right back down. Again, just pause at the top and right back down again. Then we've got the sumo squats. So normal squat stance is going to be about shoulder width apart. We're going to go a little bit wider than that for that sumo squat stance. Butt down, chest up, and really reach for the ground every time on those sumo squats. Last one is going to be a plate arm raise. This doesn't need to be real heavy, but we want you to keep your arms straight, go right overhead, and nice and controlled on the way back down. So just do 10 of those. So 2 rounds, 10 of everything, plus the run, and just get a good sweat going, get a good warm up going through these exercises. Then today we've got a skill for you. We're gonna work on toes to bar and pull-ups. So there's a couple of progressions we'll show you. There's also going to be some options for on the ground. So if you don't have a pull-up bar at home, that's okay. We've got some stuff for you to do. And so the first thing is getting the kipping swing going. There's all kinds of different pull-ups, butterfly pull-ups and kipping pull-ups. But the easiest way to start is with the kipping pull-up and work up from there. So the first thing on that kipping pull-up is that grip. You're going to be an overhand grip in the pull-up, and you want your hands a little wider than shoulder width apart. Once you're up there, you're just going to get this core swing, and this is that hollow Superman, where you're going back and forth and keeping that core tight. But notice how as that bar shoots down my profile, that it's pretty much cutting my body in half every time when I work back. And a good way to think about this is somebody's got their hands at either side of my hips, then I'm gonna hit their front hand, back hand every time. I'm also not bending at the knees. I'm keeping those knees straight as I get into that movement. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna recruit more hip power into both the toes to bar and the pull-ups. Now, as I advance this movement forward, we're going to start with the toes to bar. And what I want to see is just that same kipping swing. And now I'm just going to bring my legs up. I'm just getting a little higher every time. And the higher I get, the closer I'm getting to those toes to bars. That's a good way to practice it. If you don't feel like you're quite there with your grip strength to really get those legs straight out in front, you can do the same thing, but with the knee raise, where you're just bringing those knees up towards your chest, and that's going to help a little bit because it's not going to be quite as much movement for that toes to bar. So that's the toes to bar practice that I want you to do. Just start getting your legs a little bit higher every single time. For the pull-up, it's going to be the same the same kipping position where I'm going back and forth, but you're going to start going back where you're pulling up a little bit higher every time. And the whole point of that kipping motion is once you get to the top you're really pushing away to keep that circular motion going around that bar. So again, right up, over, push away, push away. Now, if you don't have if getting that pull is a challenge, you can do the same thing from that jumping position, where you're just getting in there and getting that circular motion going around the body, around that bar, so that you can keep that momentum going the entire time. So those are the progressions we want you to work on with the toes to bar and the pull-ups. If you don't have a pull-up bar, for the toes to bar, you're going to do a weighted V-up, working up in weight. And again, grab that plate and start right overhead. And bring that plate all the way to the toes every time. And just go heavier and heavier with that plate. For the pull-ups, you can use either a barbell or dumbbells and work that bent over row. So just like that good morning position, bring that bar to the chest and nice and slow down. Just start nice and light and add weight as you go to really work on engaging those lats and building up the chest and biceps for the pull-up motion. For the workout today, we've actually got a 2-part workout for you. So the first part is going to be 3 rounds for time with a 400-meter run. If you don't have that 400-meter run, you can go a minute out and a minute back for that total of 2 minutes, or do 2 minutes of running in place. And as you're running in place, really get those knees up and get going. If running in place is bothering knees, hips, ankles, anything like that, you can use a rower, you can use a bike, you can do a vertical jump or a jump rope, whatever kind of cardio that you need to fill out that 2 minutes every round. Then we're going to go into 21 Russian kettlebell swings. So with that Russian kettlebell swing, you're going to deadlift that kettlebell up to the hang position, get that big hip pop, and just high enough so that you can see under that kettlebell every single time. We're not going all the way overhead. The biggest thing with that kettlebell swing is engaging the core, hinging at the hips, and make sure as you come down, you keep that chest up. Think about letters on your shirt. We should be able to see that every single time. If you're dipping down like this, you're really going to feel that in the lower back, and that's not what we want to see. And then once you finish those 21 Russian kettlebell swings, you're going to do 12 toes to bar. So on that toes to bar, just like we showed you in the practice, it's getting that kipping motion, getting those toes all the way to the bar every single time. If that range of motion isn't quite there, you can always do the same motion, but just not quite get the toes all the way to the bar. Or you can do that knee raise, just like we showed you in the practice too. If you don't have a pull-up bar to use, you can always do that V-up, where you're flat on your back, you're bringing it together, and right back down. So you're going to do 3 rounds of the 400-meter run, 21 Russian kettlebell swings, and 12 toes to bar. We are going to put a 15-minute cap on those 3 rounds. Once you finish the 3 rounds, you're going to take a 3-minute rest, and then you're going to go into the next set of exercises, which is still going to be a 400-meter run. So again, same variation that you used for the first 3 rounds, you're going to use for the second 3 rounds. The difference is, for the kettlebell swings, now we're going to do a full range of motion kettlebell swing. So big pop all the way overhead, same thing as you come back down, keep that chest up. Hinge at the hips, and just keep it going here all the way up and down. After the 21 kettlebell swings, we're going 12 pull-ups instead of the toes to bar. So in that pull-up, shin over the bar every single time, and get that kipping motion, push away, keep that motion going for those pull-ups. Or you can do a jumping pull-up, bend at the knees, same push away at the top. And if you don't have a pull-up bar, you can do that bent over row. A good weight for this would be about half your body weight, and just same bent over row, get that bar all the way to the chest, engage those lats and upper back. Same thing, 3 rounds, go as fast as possible. Same 15-minute cap to get through all 3 rounds. So go hard, really keep a good pace on the run, challenge yourself with the range of motion and the weight on those kettlebell swings, and really work on those gymnastic skills of the toes to bar and pull-ups. Have fun with this one, guys. It's a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.